Obviously, you must be pretty pleased with your form at the moment. Been very consistent over the last 12 months or so.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously playing more has helped me because I've learnt more in the hop, and the coach has been great as well. So yeah, I'm just enjoying and I'm trying to make the most of it.
Seems to me you're one of the first names on the team sheet, and of course that's not easy when there's so much competition all across the pitch.
Yeah, I think in the last few years, each year we've got a lot more competition each place, and it's great now because there's so much competition, and it just brings the best out of you. And you know, if you have a bad poor game or you're not quite doing that performance you should be, you know someone's going to take your place.
Plenty of boys here knocking on the door for international recognition. Is that something that's on your radar, as it were?
I don't know really. I think just for me, trying to do well with Exeter, and you never know. I mean, there's so many good nines out there in the league, but you got to do well with Exeter and just do your best and see what happens.
Because the two things can obviously go together anyway, of course, can't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've seen the last year or so that the more better we do, the more players sort of get in that mix.
What do you make of the Chiefs' start to the season? Because it was always going to be tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. Wasps away and then Saracens home, potentially two of the hardest games of the year. But I think we've bounced back really well. We had 2 losses and we've learned a lot from them. It's all about learning. We've learned lots, and the last 2 games we've been good. And hopefully, this weekend's another big game.
I know it's the same for everybody, but Wasps and Saracens very early in the season, you perhaps hadn't completely up to speed. Northampton now, you would imagine both sides are pretty much there or thereabouts for this season now.
Yeah, I think definitely. Everyone's better than new players are better than both teams, and now if teams start firing, it'll be a great game. It's a Friday night, it's almost an atmosphere there, and we've talked about it. We've won 2 games in a row. If we can just get that third, then it really bumps us at the table. And
Saints, I mean, they're one of those grounds that you want to play at, aren't they?
Yeah, when you go there, it's a great atmosphere. The crowd really get behind their team, and Friday night makes it even more special. It's a real good place, a real good rugby place to play. So it's exciting.
Well, in terms of Northampton, local club for you, really, coming up the neck of the woods. But you know how to win up there, don't you? You've been there before. It's not a new territory for you in that respect.
No, definitely. I think they're such a good team at home. A great forward pack, and the crowd get behind them. But we did it 2 years ago, and we know what we did well that day. Last year we didn't go up there, and we don't really felt we gave ourselves the best shot, and we played well. So it's certainly a definite game that last year we were disappointed with, and we've got a few wrongs to make right this weekend.
Rob talked about after 4 rounds you're pretty much par, but if you can, like you say, whack in that third result, you're all probably going to be in the top 4 and knocked off another one of the big sides come the end of the season.
Yeah, Premiership wins. We've seen this weekend how they're so hard to come by. Any team can beat anybody. So if we can really get our 3 in a row, then it really sets us in a good position.
And obviously from last week, Bristol, you started so well up there, and it was a good performance in the end. There was a lot riding on that game. There was a lot of history. Players were going to come out and try and prove a point.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of history there. There's a bit of pressure on us. We haven't been performing so well, and I thought for large parts of the game we were really good in certain aspects, and I think it was really pleasing for us. And like I said, it just gives us another stepping stone to try and get 3 games in a row.